Engineer-to-engineer solutions for passive magnetic challenges are the bedrock to the successful development of API Delevan custom components and application-specific products. For purposes of this program, we'll use the term custom to denote entirely new component designs, and the term application-specific to represent parts modified from currently cataloged standard products. Our experience in custom passive magnetic components dates to the company's origin in 1947. We manufacture in the U.S. and develop products that meet the highest quality standards as evidenced by the qualification of our MilPref 39010 R failure rate. Focusing on 4 pillars of excellence, the API Delevan team provides prototype services, solutions in hours or days, not weeks or months. Smallest size, meeting the needs of miniaturization. Highest performance, our promise to deliver the best electrical and mechanical performance available. And lowest cost, achieved with product excellence by adherence to Kaizen and lean manufacturing principles. At any phase of a new design, you may be faced with a design challenge that standard off-the-shelf product will not resolve. API Delevan can help. Our field sales representatives, the engineering staff, and in-plant specialists are well equipped to help you identify, design, prototype, test, and produce the precise component you require. We do it by using an uncomplicated, well-defined process. The results are never disappointing and often spectacular. API Delevan is committed to a concentrated effort. Most importantly, we listen carefully. To begin, we'll ask you, our customer, to brief us at the outset with fundamental information, which will allow us to capture and lock down all the application, operational, and environmental parameters. Next, we'll ask you to participate in an ongoing dialogue that will culminate in the development of a product which meets your exact requirements. Here's a basic list of info we will ask you to provide. The application. Is it for a radio frequency assignment or is it a power application? Is the product intended for military use, for aerospace or satellite installation, or in avionics? Will the inductor or transformer be incorporated in a medical device or used in commercial communication equipment? What is the required operating frequency? Generally, any inductor operating below 1 MHz can be thought of as a power product. Above 1 MHz, the design can be defined as an RF or radio frequency component. High-frequency applications begin at 100 MHz and can extend beyond 1 GHz. HF products are generally sub-miniature. Once the operating frequency is known, the SRF or self-resonant frequency can be specified. To achieve optimum inductor performance in the applied circuit, the SRF should be at least 2 times the operating frequency. Below the SRF, an inductor will perform properly. Above the SRF, an inductor will behave like a capacitor. For more information on SRF, refer to Part 1 of this introduction program. How much current will pass through the inductor? This value will determine both the rated current and the incremental current. Rated current is the amount of self-heating the inductor can withstand while operating safely. Incremental current is the decrease in inductance experienced when current passes through a coil. What configuration is preferred? Application environment, current rating, operating frequency, and size are just some of the specifications which will help you determine the optimum configuration for a new design. Is a high Q factor important to the application? Q factor is often misunderstood. It is the measure of relative losses of an inductor at a given frequency. The most commonly used formula for calculating Q is Q equals X sub L over R sub AC, or the inductive reactance divided by the AC resistance equals Q. Q meters, such as the industry standard HP 4342A, measure Q by direct readings. API Delevan engineers can help you in your consideration of Q, SRF, current rating, and incremental current to determine the final size of the custom product or application-specific derivation. Now that the first stage of the process is complete and all necessary application information, operating parameters, and environmental conditions are understood, the design work and collaboration can begin. Before we outline the process, let's discuss custom designated customer part numbers. No matter the scope of customization, from a simple change in how a part is printed to a completely original product design, every customized part is issued a part number that belongs exclusively to the customer requesting the work. Once a part enters the design phase, it must be accompanied by either a customer drawing or an API Delevan Source Control Document, or SCD, containing all pertinent data, including size, electrical specifications, and other parameters. The custom part number is specific to the customer and is absolutely proprietary. You, the customer, own the number and control it. Only you can modify a custom part. API Delevan cannot make changes without the owner's consent. The next stage of work is brainstorming. A team of API Delevan engineers huddle to consider all pertinent data and consider outcomes. While this may sound undefined and loosely creative, the engineering staff is well practiced. We not only offer 6 decades of passive magnetic product design, we have one of the industry's broadest standard product offerings to draw from. Brainstorming ultimately leads to the response phase of development. We consult with you and provide a first draft solution. Once any customer input is incorporated with the design, prototype samples are manufactured. Subsequent to customer testing, which is the next phase, detailed discussions are held to review results and any required modifications. Improvements are then implemented. Now the design has progressed satisfactorily and a pilot production run is launched. At this point, API Delevan always seeks to add value. Any additional consultation can generate more design or manufacturing modifications prior to automated manufacturing. When subsequent customer testing is satisfactorily completed, the part can be qualified at the customer and a pre-production run takes place. Using results of the pre-production run, any final improvements can be applied. And when our customer, API engineering, and our manufacturing and quality control groups are in agreement, mass production is begun. Although these program steps are most frequently encountered during successful custom product development, they are not absolutes. More complex projects may demand additional intermediate steps towards the solution. Here's a flowchart which summarizes development of custom and application-specific projects. Much depends on our customers' working methodologies and how customers prefer to participate in the program. But this kind of organic engineering, incorporating highly productive give and take between customer and manufacturer, has proved to be a dependable working model for API Delevan and our customers for over half a century.